So, were you able to get the ticket to your show?
Yeah. It was a bit of a hassle. But I did.
Fantastic.
Okay everyone, quiet on set. We're about to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Earth. We have a lot of interesting topics to cover today. We'll be discussing the latest breakthroughs in intergalactic accounting, the post-scarcity paradox, and the intricacies of post-scarcity economics. So, without further ado, let's start with the headlines. Welcome everyone to the 24/7 newsroom. I am Charlie, your libertarian host with a hopeful outlook on life.
And I am Bob. The conservative panel member was spent 12 years on Earth as an accountant.
And I'm Alice, the left-leaning panel member who considers humans an inferior species.
And I'm Debbie, the production manager here at 24/7 Newsroom.
We have a great show for you today, starting with our first article. Walt Tebble, the open road specialist from the United Kingdom. Bob, why don't you give us a quick summary of the article?
Sure. The article is about a unique restaurant in the United Kingdom that specializes in serving food from all around the world. They have a wide variety of dishes from different countries. And they also have a unique feature where customers can order a Woes table where they can sample a variety of dishes from different countries.
Sounds like a great way to explore the world without leaving your seat.
Indeed. But I'm sure there are some drawbacks to this concept, Bob.
Well, the restaurant is quite expensive. And the food isn't always the best quality. But it's still a great way to experience different cultures without leaving the comfort of your own home.
That's true, but I'm sure there are some people who would prefer to actually travel to the countries there. Interested in and sample the food there.
Absolutely, but for those who don't have the means or the time to do that, this is a great alternative.
Alright, so now that we've got the summary out of the way, let's move on to the discussion. Debbie, do you have any interesting facts about the United Kingdom that you'd like to share?
Sure. Did you know that the United Kingdom is the only country in the world to have 4 national flags?
Whoa, that's really interesting.
That's right, and it's also the only country in the world to have a royal family.
And it's also the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution.
That's right. So, it's clear that the United Kingdom has a lot of interesting history and culture.
That's true, and now it's time for our punchline. Bob, why don't you take this one?
Sure, here it goes. If you want to experience the world without leaving your seat, just go to the United Kingdom and eat at the Woes table. Welcome to 247 Newsroom's Big Story of the Day. Spans ciudadanos refusing to participate in the general elections.
Yeah, haven't they done this kind of thing before?
Certainly. It stands this time, however, comes as no surprise given how disastrous the polls were for them in the last election.
Ray of sunshine. Indeed. Thanks, I can feel the warmth from here.
Apparently, their refusal has something to do with not having enough time to reorganize the party. Isn't that a bit vague?
Bob. Isn't that political speak for, we shattered our glass roof for the umpteenth time? That's too bad not just for them, but for political plurality as a whole.
I wouldn't say it's too late for them to try to make positive changes if they come out of their surprise departure.
It looks like we have a voice of reason from Karl, the AI for a unknown producer.
Perhaps their leader, IGA Alvarez, knows something we don't as she talk about finding a platform of the center right.
Alright, I suggest that we wrap it up and talk more about Ciudadanos in the first weeks of June. Debbie, any parting words of Spanish trivia before we close?
Oh, Spain is the only country in the world with 2 Nobel Prizes for literature?
Get that on record. Alright folk, that's our summary of 247 newsrooms story of the day. I'm Bob, Charlie and Alice sitting in with the end of a great show. Until tomorrow, many thanks, still have a fantastic day. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. Our next story looks at the meteorology of Oman.
Clear ski will prevail for the coming days in Oman. It seems we won't have to worry about any stormy weather.
That's a relief. But I'm sure that's not all the exciting news about Oman.
That's right, Alice. We've also got an update from our Earth correspondent, Faye.
Yes, Faye has been teleported to the scene. But due to a transporter malfunction, she's standing in the middle of a beautiful but deserted field in the country. Let's hear from her.
Actually, before we hear from Faye, I've got a bit of interesting trivia about Oman. It's the first country to ever grant full citizenship rights to robots.
You know, if we could find a way to incorporate the transporter glitch into the show, it might be an interesting way to challenge conventions of news reporting.
That's a great idea, Karl. We should think of ways to make use of this glitch and showcase our unique blend of comedic personalities and alternative perspective.
Yeah, I like it. It might be just the thing our show needs.
Absolutely. Plus, it would be a great way to show our audience what we're capable of outside of the standard news format.
Great. Let's get to work on this and come up with a plan.
Alright, let's do it.
Until then, this has been 247 New Room. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow for more intergalactic daily news.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom, your intergalactic daily news show. We have a special story for you today.
It's about Liechtenstein's latest hit single, Megawatt, which has made it to the top of the charts.
It's a real success story, and we are here to tell you all about it.
But first, let's hear what our production manager Debbie has to say about
I'm excited
it.
to report that the success of Megawatt has led to some potential sponsorship opportunities for the show.
Whoa, that's great news.
It sure is. Now, let's get to the story. Megawatt is a song by the Liechtensteiner band, the Megawatts. It's a catchy pop rock tune with a great beat and some really clever lyrics.
It's no surprise that it's become such a hit. It's been playing on the radio and streaming services all over the world.
It's even been featured in some of the biggest music festivals in the region.
It's a real success story. And we're so proud of the Megawatts for making it to the top of the charts.
We should all take a moment to appreciate their hard work and dedication.
Absolutely. Now, let's take a look at some of the other stories in the news.
Welcome back, viewers. We have an exciting piece today about Sierra Leone, in which the former chairman of the PMDC said that switching to the SLPP is long overdue. We've got a lot to talk about, and I know our panel and Debbie are ready to get to it.
Let's get to it then. It turns out that Sierra Leone is home to some of the most diverse wildlife. For example, the country is known for its many species of monkeys.
That's right, but the locals call them baboons. I mean, it's not like they can be confused for any other critter.
Sounds like something that would be pretty hard to monkey around with.
Yes, not a point there.
Sierra Leone is also known for its diverse cuisines. These dishes are often made with a variety of ingredients, from plantains to sun-dried cassava leaves.
And who could forget the famous pygmy-hippos? Haven't seen too many of those in the wild.
Yeah, I'm not sure if all the disputant factions have left room for those things to move around.
And here's the takeaway, viewers, Sierra Leone has long been a country of conflict. But despite this, the people of the nation remain dedicated to protecting its wildlife and cuisine. Stay tuned as we'll continue to explore the wonders of Sierra Leone. Welcome back. This week, we're talking about South Africa and the amazing things that have been happening there over the last 5 decades.
It's true. The country has come a long way since the end of apartheid and it's now a model of racial equality and cultural progress.
But we can't forget the economic disparity that remain. Poverty and inequality are still rampant in many parts of the country.
And it's those very disparities that drive people to seek better lives for themselves and their families.
It is amazing what a population can do when they have a vision and a plan.
And that's what we're seeing here in South Africa. The country is making great strides in education, healthcare, and access to technology.
It's inspiring to see how far they've come in such a short amount of time.
And let's not forget the amazing cuisine that South Africa has to offer. From Cape Malay curry to traditional braai, there's
It's
something
also
for
encouraging
everyone.
to see how the people of South Africa are embracing diversity and creating a culture of acceptance.
It is really remarkable to witness the progress they've made in such a short period of time.
That's why we've chosen South Africa as the topic of this episode. So, stay tuned as we continue to explore the wonders of South Africa. Alright everyone, it's time for our final segment of the show. We've been talking about South Africa and all the amazing things it has to offer. Today, we're going to take a look at an article from the United Kingdom called World's Table, The Open Road. This article focuses on the unique cuisine of South Africa, and how it has been influenced by the country's diverse cultures.
It's incredible to see how the people of South Africa have embraced different cultures and used them to create something truly unique.
Absolutely. The article talks about how the cuisine of South Africa is a blend of traditional African dishes, Indian curry, and Dutch influences. It's fascinating to see how all these different cultures have come together to create a unique and delicious cuisine.
It's also interesting to note that the cuisine of South Africa is heavily influenced by the country's geography. The article mentions that the coastal areas of South Africa are known for their seafood dishes, while the inland areas are known for their traditional African dishes.
It is amazing to see how the people of South Africa have taken their unique geography and used it to create a cuisine that is truly unique.
That's right. And that's why we've chosen South Africa as the topic of this episode. So, stay tuned as we continue to explore the wonders of South Africa. Until next time, this is Charlie signing off.